Hello, YouTube divers. This is Water Dive 122, and I want to welcome you all to another episode of Coda of Soda. So, today we are now entering the second batch of sodas to review, rank, and taste. And then, of course, on episode 20, we will be doing another big soda ranking where we will combine this batch along with the batch of sodas that I reviewed in the first 10 episodes or 9 episodes or however the math works over there, I don't know. So, so we're going to jump right into this video. No long introduction is really necessary here. We got 3 sodas to review, rank, and taste. 2 of them are root beers, and we have 1 cola. So, let's start off with soda number 1, A&W Root Beer. This first established in 1919. This soda is freaking amazing. It definitely has that classic root beer taste where I can't really describe the taste of root beer. It's very foamy, it's very sweet, it just feels very Western-like. Like, this feels like a cowboy type of drink. Maybe it was back in the day when cowboys were actually a real thing, but who knows. But this soda, in my opinion, it's my favorite brand of soda, for that matter. It's definitely the sweetest. It definitely has the most classic taste. It has a lot of fizziness to it, which I absolutely enjoy, and you can basically find that element in most root beers. And it's all around just an enjoyable drink. And if you use root beer to make root beer floats, for instance, a lot of people use this brand of root beer because it's basically the most root beer-like root beer, if that even makes sense. It's the most recognizable brand of root beer out there. Like, A&W is, in my opinion, the type of the one brand of root beer that you can pretty much find in any supermarket and or convenience store or soda shop or things like that. But this next root beer that I'm going to review here today, Frostop root beer, is a little bit less common. Now, this one doesn't have a lot of fizziness to it, and that's really something that you don't want to encounter when you have a root beer. You always want to get like a good amount of foam inside your mouth. That sounded weird, but whatever. This root beer, in my opinion, is very, very, very solid. It has a lot of sweetness to it. Like, if I said that this root beer was the sweetest, then yeah, I'm retconning that. This one is way sweeter than this root beer right here. Although I like the taste of A&W a little bit better than Frostop, just a little bit. And on the ingredients label back here, you can't read it. I'm sorry. It says here that one of the ingredients here is sugarcane, which gives it its sweet taste. And like another root beer that I reviewed already, Sioux City Sarsaparilla root beer, both of these root beers are made with sugarcane. And I'm going to look here at the ingredients label here. A&W is not made with sugarcane, so that explains why this version of root beer is not very sweet. So there you go. And plus, this version of root beer came out in 1926, which, if my math serves me right, was about 6 or 7 years after A&W came out. So I think it was feeding off the influence and the success that this brand of root beer had. And although it does have a more vanilla-like taste because of the addition of sugarcane, it's lacking that fizziness that you want to have when you're drinking a soda like root beer. So, Frostop, it's amazing. I just wish there was a little bit more fizziness to it. Now we're moving on to the cola here. This is Inca Cola, or as I like to call it, Golden Cola. This is a very interesting drink. This I got this drink at a international food supermarket in Norcross, Georgia, which is like minutes away from this location. Big shout out to them. They had like 2-liter bottles of these, and of course they have these little glass bottles. And I decided to buy one and take it back here and try it. And this soda has not disappointed me. It does taste a little bit like Burst, and if you remember from the Big Soda ranking, I'm not a very big fan of that soda. I think it's a little bit over the top. It has way too strong of a taste, and it just tastes like medicine. Like, who wants a soda that tastes like medicine? I don't know. This one does taste a lot like Burst, but the taste is not nearly as strong, and it's not too over the top like Burst is. So that's why I like this more than Burst, but comparing it to these two root beers, it has to fall at number 3. So here, the Big Soda ranking here, number 3 is Golden Cola. Number 2 is Frostop root beer, if you can see the label. And number 1 is A&W root beer. Now, we're going to go ahead and do a taste test of these sodas, just like we always do back here on the normal formula. So, let's start off with going backwards on the countdown. So we got Golden Cola first. Cheers. Yeah. Now, Frostop root beer. Cheers. Oh yeah. Finally, number 1 for this video, A&W root beer. Oh yes. And before we end off the video, I just want to say that both of these root beers could be interchangeable. This root beer, one of the best root beers I've ever had. Same goes for A&W. And I will say this, you will definitely see me do a lot more root beers throughout these next couple of episodes, because root beer is one of my favorite sodas. Not really one of my go-to sodas, but whenever I do get a chance to drink it and have it in meals like root beer floats, then it's always a great experience. Alright, so with that said, that concludes this edition of Coda of Soda. Thank you so much for watching, my fellow YouTube divers. This is Water Dive 122 signing out, ready to dive into more fun on YouTube. Thanks for watching.